Check once where the bros are here. Talking soccer, sipping root beer. From the stands to the pitch to your ears tonight. They break it down, no fluff, no gloss. Goals and misses, they count the cost. Laugh aloud while they analyze the fight. RSL bros, they're running the show. Kicking it live where the fans all go. From the mountains high to the valley low. RSL bros, they're in the know.
RSL
Nation!
That was like an echo. That was a weird echo. But hey, guys.
I was hearing echoes in my head. I was like, who's talking? Who's talking?
How are you guys? Welcome to the RSL Bros. That was probably a little too exciting for what happened this past weekend, but glad you're here. We got some things to talk about between the results, Royals releasing jerseys, maybe players becoming available. I know I might throw out some CONCACAF Champions Cup stuff. There might not be much there, but we're just going to have a conversation, like always. But before any of you guys go away, I know it's within the 30 seconds, just make sure...
I was going to give a shout out to everybody that showed up at Kaye over the weekend.
Yeah.
That was great. I mean, we'll get into it in just a second, but yeah, Kaye was a great host to us. We had a lot of people show up. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was a blast.
But before you guys go away, don't forget to subscribe to watch all these videos, to watch all the shorts that we put out. If you guys don't end up staying the whole episode, at least you'll be able to see clips here and there of the remaining part of the episode. But make sure you subscribe to YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Marcus will give you the spiel at the very end. But yes, let's talk a little bit about this. So we're gonna go as follows. We're gonna talk about the Vancouver game. All our thoughts. We're just gonna spill them. I don't think it was a bad result, but we'll get into it. Well, then we'll go into the Seattle game. What we're looking forward to. There's actually some surprises on the Seattle side. One surprise that might be good for us. Throwing that out there. Teaser. We'll get into prediction time. You don't want to miss prediction time because I think some of you might have some spicy predictions. I don't know yet. Maybe I do.
It's a spicy meatball.
It's a spicy.
You're making me hungry. You're making me hungry now.
Stop. I know it's dinner time, so let's go. Let's get talking. Then we'll go into your Instagram questions. I know there's some questions out there. I don't know if there's it's increased since the afternoon, but there's some stuff we need to talk about. So, without further ado, let's get into this Vancouver game. Let's talk about the Kaye experience, though, just to let everyone know what y'all missed.
Y'all missed a good time. Y'all missed a good time. You missed a good street soccer.
Oh yeah, you and Christian played street soccer. I kind of just stayed around watching. I think I played the soccer tennis.
You did.
I gotta say, so that was embarrassingly so, that was my first time at Kaye, and I cannot speak highly enough. The owners, phenomenal people. The the aesthetics were perfect. I mean, that's soccer culture in a shop, and I would love to see more of that culture expand through the Salt Lake Valley and through the RSL family. I mean, incredible spot. We had a good number of people. Thank you, just to echo Marcos, thank you for everybody who showed up, turned out, were loud. It was a great time, and y'all, I was speaking at some of that Kaye merch, and I gotta say, high quality stuff. And I'm excited for their upcoming World Cup drop because the owner showed us he's already released for the host for the US, Canada, and Mexico, and insanely high quality. I'm excited to see the Argentina stuff. I will probably, when he drops Argentina, I think I'll probably buy an Argentina shirt and a USA shirt as well. Because both were so good.
You're just going to drop money all over the place.
I still have my Kaye Argentina shirt from the last World Cup, and it's good stuff. But yeah, to Christian's point, you guys, those of you that didn't show up, it was a good time. We had some good giveaway prizes. We had some good pizza. We had some good soccer. We had some good chanting. We had some good chants that we're doing.
Shout out to the supporters groups. Like, as if we couldn't love you more, you gave us more reason.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we had Riot Brigade that showed up. We had Los Caballeros that showed up. So thank you to you supporters group that showed up and turned out. It was awesome.
Yeah. And actually, I know we haven't got into even to the game yet, but I really liked how there were so many watch parties going on. I mean, besides our own,
Our sister
obviously,
podcasts or brother podcasts.
brother.
Randoms could be like
Por favor, permiso.
sibling podcasts. We'll go with that.
There we go, sibling podcast. There was a lot of different watch parties going on, which goes to show that yes, it was the first game of the season, and I hope many other watch parties go on. Maybe not in the same locations, but I hope we can still gather for visiting games and still have that culture. It's really great.
Definitely, definitely.
Perfect. We won't bore you anymore with any more praising of any other watch parties. Let's get into this game because I know there's some stuff that went on in this game that there's been a lot of commentary about. So we're just going to get into it. Christian, give us the lineup, your thoughts, and let's get started.
Okay, so our starting lineup going back to front, we started with the GOAT in goal, Rafa Cabral, and then we had our three backline of Junka, Glad, and Yedlin. Midfield, which is where things start to get from midfield forward is where things get a little bit spicy because we were off on our predictions because something happened on the 18th in practice that took out Victor and Luna, and I want to ask Pablo, I'm like, dude, what happened? And can I do that workout? So we had going left to right, Catranes on the left, Kalaskan in the middle with Luca Moisa, who made his RSL debut. Congratulations, Luca. I'm very excited and happy and proud for you. Then Gozo on the right-hand side. Then our front three were Zach Booth, Pio, and Hezarkani. Booth and Hezarkani making their official RSL debut. So congratulations to you two as well.
Yeah.
And then,
give me your thoughts on what we got here.
For what we had available, I would say that was pretty dang close to our best. Honestly, I could have honestly swapped between Solans and Piol, but other than that, I think that was probably our best lineup, which is one of the youngest lineups we've had in a long time. And regardless of what Thought Mob and probably any of the MLS analysts say, our boys balled out the best as they could against a fantastic Vancouver team.
Yeah, a loaded Vancouver team, mind you.
Yeah, I will admit, when I did first see this lineup, I was like, WTF, are we going to survive? Especially going against Mueller, going against the likes of Berhalter, going against Sabi, Brian White.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we shut them down. We shut them down. Yes, we had a good chance in the first half where Pule was coming down that left side, and we're like, oh, he has a chance. He has a chance.
Bro.
But bro was like, I'm gonna shoot it at the side netting instead.
Yeah, let's go through that first half. So there's that it wasn't really a breakaway. It was a good chance.
It was a good chance. It was
a very good chance.
What was a 3-on-2?
If he had just looked up and to the right, he had it was Booth who was wide open. Hezarkani that was wide open. You saw Aiden just be like,
dude, hold up his hands like, what the heck, bro?
I was right there.
Like, I totally get what Peel was wanting to do. I mean, as a striker, you want to score. But man, when you have such limited opportunities with the kind of lineup that we have, that was gold. That was gold, and it slipped right through our hands because of, I mean, selfishness. But the personality of a striker.
Quote Mulan, it slipped right through my fingers. Rope catch.
He's so dumb. That's just true. I forgot about that.
But we look at the first half stats for RSL, and even though we had that one good chance by Pule that obviously didn't finish in the side netting, we had a bunch of good opportunities. 6 total shots, 1 on target, 1 big chance. XG was 0.57, so we had the opportunities, but we're not finishing them. And with the players that we had, I don't think there's any reason for RSL to be hanging our head at all. We should be lifting our head up. We're like, we did a damn good job. Like, we put up a good fight against the best team in the Western Conference.
I haven't found a negative comment online, and that was a spicy
No,
opinion.
I was gonna say best team in the Western Conference, LAFC
Well, I mean,
has something to say.
I'm basing off of last year,
Well,
obviously.
then say based off of last season, because right now they are not good.
Well, no, they are still very, very good, but best I will disagree with. I think
Fine, if we're gonna
LAFC is
do
arguably the best team in MLS right now. That's my
obviously. No,
opinion.
that's totally fine. And now I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, that I mean, I have not seen a negative comment online in terms of how we played. Everyone is praising the young guys, especially. Let's go through the young guys. I mean, let's start
We
with
had
Luca Moisa.
Yeah, 17 years old. Obviously, he got tons of playing time for the Monarchs last year, not as much as he would want. And then he gets thrown right into this big start, first game of the season, and he showed up. He did a really phenomenal job. You look at his stats, 28 for 32 for passing, 88%, only one chance created, one shot off target, but still
I mean,
filling in those shoes for a Pablo Ruiz. He did a good job.
Mecca, yeah.
Mecca, yeah.
So I guess if we were gonna criticize his game, it's obviously because of due to lack of experience. He seemed just like Gozo last season. He was like half a second away from being in the perfect spot every
Uh-huh.
single time. It was that close, and I think once he gets more first team experience, bro, we have another Gozo on our hand. We have another mini Busquets. I mean, I'm exaggerating probably at this
No,
point.
and I guess I'm going to be a little
I would say
selfish.
more of a Xavi than a Busquets
Okay,
out of a Luca.
yeah.
No, but I'm going to be a little selfish here. I'm going to say I'm kind of happy in a sense that Luna and Olatunji are out for the sole fact that it gives this time for Booth, gives time for Luca and Aiden to shine in the spotlight, to get this time that they'll never ever get.
I'm hearing people that are listening to this. I'm hearing in the future. What the heck are you talking about, Marcos? Like, I mean, yeah, people are like, I'm gonna say this. You are focused a lot on development.
Oh,
If
100%. 100%.
there are people that want championships, and
I
development doesn't really bring championships a lot of the time. A lot
I'm
of the
glad you
time.
said a lot of the time there. I'm more on the championship side myself, but that being said, I will give credit where credit's due, and I agree with Alan. And this is not to Zach or Aiden or Luca's like detriment at all to say that you know they had moments where they were half a step behind. They were just not quite reacting quite fast enough. It's just because it is inexperience, but they're young, and I'm okay with that. Not everybody is going to be a Lamine Yamal right out the gate.
Mhm.
They are. I saw really, 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 really good things, and I'm hopeful because of what I saw.
Yeah. No, I mean, there is reason to hope. I mean, I think
I guess I
I
guess
was
let,
thinking
let me
about
let,
Luca last season.
I guess let me just clarify really quick on my point. I guess what I'm meaning is with all this, with these young players, it just shows the depth that RSL is going to have once we get all these players back with
Mhm.
Morgan, with Olatunji, with Luna. It just shows we're going to be deep. We're going to be so deep on this bench.
So instead of saying you're glad that they were out, it's I'm glad that these players took the opportunity that Victor and Luna were out.
For sure, for sure,
that's
for sure.
that's a lot better. But Moisa impressed. Hezar Khani, he did a really good job. For I think his position was the 10. He was supposed to be the Luna
Yeah.
for us. Um, I'm not sure if it came out as he wanted. I know it was a kind of a struggle to be. I mean, to Marcus's point, he was thrown in to all this. I think a lot of people were expecting the 18th practice to not go as rough, but to be thrown into this game and perform the way that he did. Hold your head up high, boys. I mean, you guys did an excellent job. Zach Booth. I will say though, I expected more out of Zach Booth only because he's been playing professionally for the past year or two in Europe.
That's fair.
I will say, we see the first sub in the second half. Zach comes off, and then we see Solans come in. That one kind of did surprise me. Like yes, Zach didn't have the game that we were expecting, but I guess I was wanting to see Ari come off first instead of Zach.
Though, look, As much as I think Ari Peel was it wasn't a disappointment. I mean, I think he played to the level we expected. If we expected, or if someone expected a goal out of him, I think that it would have been exceeding expectations. Um, I think he played to his level. And unfortunately,
Mm,
that's not the level that fans want right now, especially with all the acquisitions that we've gotten, and especially with Victor and etc. We wanted goals. This
sure.
if this is our backup, then he's a good backup. It's if Victor can score and then Peel comes in the last 15 minutes, great. I have no problem. But if Peel is a starter, I have an issue because this is the kind of stuff we're getting. He played, like I said, he played to his level. I wasn't overly impressed. I wasn't disappointed.
I don't think he's a starter. I mean, by any means. He's I still see him as a third string behind Victor and Morgan.
Oh yeah, I mean if we're gonna put him in on the list, yeah. But seeing as no one was available,
Right.
Well, I
so
want to get you guys' thoughts on our back line. Obviously, we had no Lucas Engel because he was still out. But how do you guys feel Sam, Justin, DeAndre did in this one?
I think they did well. I honestly,
I didn't like Sam. Sam was
see,
a difficult one to swallow.
I think Sam was playing a little bit more aggressively, which led to more mistakes because he knows he has a target on his back because he's going to fight for
A
he
position, yeah.
wants to fight for that spot. And so I think he went just a little too hard, but other than that, I thought honestly overall it went well. Obviously, the goal is not anything that we wanted to have happen. It kind of sloppy cleanup in the back on the back line, but besides that, they held solid. They, like we mentioned, they kept Brian White and Thomas Muller and Sabi off of the score sheet. Jackson's goal, it was just a cleanup rebound. I mean, there's not a ton that could have happened. The 8.3, I think, is very generous on Thought Mob.
For
And
Jackson?
oh my gosh. And then can I just say, I'm glad Sabi got the
I was
red
I was
card
about-
later
I was
because
Yep.
Well,
that would have
let's-
changed. That would have changed the entire game had the ref called that second foul on Luca because that was dangerous. Studs out on
Well,
the knee.
Well, it could
Let's
have
talk
been a
about it.
double red. It could have been a double red. We
It
see
should have been a
we see the elbow to the face to Aiden, and then immediately right after we see the studs to the shin. I'm like, come on, come on.
All right, guys.
Uh,
Here's my hot take. I'm not
Well,
gonna go. I'm not gonna break down the
well,
play.
Well, in your opinion, Alan, why do you think the ref and VAR did not give any card in that moment?
Um, here's the thing: if you slow down any play or still frame any play, you can make the excuse for any red card. If you still shot the studs at the right moment, it looked like it was going into his knee. The studs did not go into the player's leg. It brushed right in front of it. It got him. It got him good in terms of a tackle. It got him good, but it was not the actual studs making contact with the leg. It was a brush to the side. Now,
Mm.
this would be considered what we would call an orange card. It all depends.
Okay.
It all depends on the interpretation of the referee, in the moment. Now, I will say this, and I really want to say this because this is the play that obviously everyone on social media has been talking about. We need to stop thinking that we are Real Madrid. Why do I say that? We need to stop thinking that Pro has a conspiracy against Real Salt Lake. We need to stop thinking that the league has something about Real Salt Lake. We need to stop thinking that every single referee has something against Real Salt Lake. Knock it off. You guys sound stupid. Knowing a lot of these referees, they don't give two flips and a darn about anyone out there. They're just trying to do their job. So let's stop complaining that the league or the referees are against Real Salt Lake. Just because it seems like there's history, or seems like there's a tendency. Look, calls are hard to make, period. Now, Going back to what the disciplinary committee came out with, they suspended who was it?
Sabi.
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 They suspended Sabi for a game with a undisclosed fine. Do I agree with it? I mean, again, you can break down that play and call it a red card. Do I have a excellent, great red card?
Christian's prepared.
Thank you.
He's prepared.
What I will say is that could they have given a red card in the moment? Yes. I would not have had an issue with the red card. I'm looking with neutral eyes at this point. Red card, no problem. Yellow card, it would have been one where if you give the yellow, you better know how to manage him afterwards.
Yep.
Definitely.
And so that's what Drew Fisher chose to do.
Yeah, because we see later in the second half that he did get that yellow card.
No, he got the yellow card for that challenge.
Okay.
So that's what it was. He got a yellow card for the challenge.
No,
But
I'm
Sabi
gonna
was still he was still a little out of control after that. Not as much. He toned it down a bit, but Drew Fisher could have done a better job reeling him in.
I mean, it depends on what kind of game the referee wants to have. I mean, if he wants to let the players play, just play through contact, play through tackles, everything, great. If he knows how to control it, great. I didn't feel like the game got out of control.
No, it didn't get out of
That's the
control.
thing.
No, he was definitely his first game of the season. He was letting both sides play, letting them be a little bit more aggressive. But me personally, I think it should have been more closer to a red card, just from looking at it several times, just the way that Sabi came in.
Well, here's the thing though. Yes, that we'll call it a tackle on Moisa was bad. But if we think back, Gozo also had an aggressive move on a player. Do you guys remember when he got the ball taken away from him? They passed the ball away and he went and just rammed him right into the back.
True.
So anyone can say that was technically exceeding force, violent conduct. You can make excuses left and right. So that's the thing. When it comes to referee calls, I can understand why people are saying what they're saying, but chill out. You're not Real Madrid. No one's against you. All right.
No.
Look at it from both sides. Gozo, like I said, had one that was like, why'd you do that, Gozo?
True.
Vancouver fans were probably thinking the same thing with Sabi, like, bro, why'd you do that? Kind of thing. So, anyways, sorry, that was a lot of stuff. But speaking of Gozo, I want to change it just a little bit. Speaking of Gozo, this was not probably the greatest game.
I was going to say, like, you could tell that Victor and Luna were not in this game because when both those players are in, he's playing his best. He's crossing in those balls to Victor and all these things. No, he was a one-man show that nobody was able to keep up with him.
I don't think this formation does Gozo any favors. Like zero favors. You see how we're playing wing back. So technically Gozo was a wing back. And that means he has to track back.
And he did a lot.
But what is his strength?
Oh, being up top.
Yeah.
And
but
so
I was going to say, and to Alan's point, if you look at the heat map, he spent way too much time in the back half of the field.
Oh yeah, he's way too far back with DeAndre back there. A lot of the game.
Yeah, that back right corner. I mean, but that's the thing when you're playing against a high attack team, those wingbacks are going to have to drop back a lot, and that's not Gozo's strength. I think that's why FOTMob gave him a horrible score. His pass accuracy was through the floor. It just wasn't a good game because he was out of position for his natural self. He needed to be up where his Arcani was. I think this game screamed for a revert back to the 4-4-2. A 4-2-3-1, where we needed Gozo on that wing as a attacking wing instead of a wing back. That would
question for you. Once we have everybody healthy, Luna, Morgan, everybody back, do you feel like Gozo's going to still struggle in this formation if he's still playing in that wing back role? Or with having everybody back, he's going to do a little bit better?
I mean, that's a great question. Obviously, it depends on who's around him. I mean, you see he had two other co-academy players with him. on that wing. He had Luca and Aiden on that side with him. So that screams at me like we're dealing with. I mean, how old is his Aiden? 18. So we have a 17, 18, 18 year olds on the same side with Yedlin backing them up. You can already tell, especially when you have Kubas on that side, Jackson on that
Yeah.
side. I mean, those two have good experience, and they're really good at what they do. That was just going to be a difficult side.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I mean, again, going back to they held their own. Yes, they held their own. Could they exceed? I don't think so because of who they're playing or who they're up against. That's the hard part. Yeah, you saw. I mean, I saw a couple of times where Luka Moisa was having to go up against Mueller. Never in his lifetime did he think he was going to have to defend and go up against Mueller. But I mean,
He did well too.
yeah, I mean, you're asking these 17, 18-year-old players to do something that they haven't done before in the first game of the season and try to pull out a result. Again, they did well for the situation that they were put in.
Yeah.
I wish that we had more players available, but to your point, who do we need around Gozo? I think if we have Morgan in front of him, if we have Ruiz next to him, I think there's a little bit better dynamic.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll get into it, but I don't think Morgan's going to be available this weekend. So you're probably going to maybe see Aiden again, or they're probably going to move Gozo up into that position and probably move a Dom out to the wing and try to mix things up around. I wish, because we did see Dom. And
No, absolutely.
Dom did great.
Yeah, and I guess we'll wrap up here with Vancouver, but first game of the season, obviously with the players that we had, I don't think there's any reason for the guys to be hanging their heads at all. We put up a good fight against a team that went to the MLS Cup last year. So all in all, a good, not a good result, but we learned a lot. We learned a lot.
Minimal
And we weren't.
result.
I was minimal result. And we were not Montreal or KC or the Crapids.
This
So.
is all true. So we got off good. So overall, good. Let's wrap this up. Let's go to the next one. I do want to. Do we want to get into Seattle right now? Let's talk real quick about the Royals jersey. I know you two have opinions on the Royals jersey, and I know there's many listeners that follow the Royals. So,
Alan has not seen the Royals jersey yet.
I haven't looked on.
Which is
social media.
wild.
Sorry, guys.
Which is wild.
Just I've been doing other things.
So yeah, so the Royals dropped their new jersey. It's their third for this season, which is, I think, I actually think it's pretty cool that the women got a third before the men. But it's a bee themed jersey called the Swarm, and it's an all black jersey with you've got the crest and the normal crest spot in the upper left hand corner, but then you have a larger version of the lion from the crest, kind of, I wouldn't say superimposed underneath, but the chest. And if you zoom in on the details, it kind of like the lion's kind of flaking off, and it's bees flaking off. So a lot of shout outs to the history of the state of Utah and, queen bees, royalty, things like that. Overall, and when you pair it with the black shorts and the black socks on the kit, so overall, I honestly think it's a very solid kit that's grown on me since I first saw it. That being said, I wish the lion motif, the big lion motif, was a little bit more subtle. But other than that, I give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It's a solid black kit.
I mean, Marcos, you mentioned something offline. What did it look like to you?
It looks like Pumas from Liga MX, obviously with the giant lion's face. But at first, when I saw it, I was very hesitant about it. But after looking very close on a lot of the pictures, you look at the details, to Christian's point, of all the bees, and I gave it about a 7. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's very clean, detailed kit.
Y'all are really into details on kits. Like, I look at mine, I'm like, does it have the?
How are
have
you not like the
I mean,
detail,
the details.
like the
Yeah.
details on this kit? Like,
Look, for me, as long as it has the crest, I mean,
oh, you're an old man. You're boring. You're boring.
Which goes to show, which Now I want to throw it back to you. Does RSL also do an all black kit for its third that's coming out?
I hope so.
Ooh.
Black would look slick.
So what I would want would be black with the claret red detailing.
Like this.
Like that.
N- No stripe.
Well, fine, no stripe, but
But
like
I want the RSL logo or the RSL crest. I just want that all detailed in just claret or cobalt, and maybe some detailing on the sleeves, like where the red is on the peak right now. Turn that to the cobalt blue and have the crest be the claret red
Or hear me out.
and a blue collar. That's
Or
me.
bring back some like '05 RSL and have like Salt Lake across the front.
I mean, we haven't had a real retro jersey. I mean, I think
Well,
we're at 21 years. We deserve a retro jersey.
Yeah.
all
How does
all the
Miami get a retro jersey after 3 years?
I'm just
That-
saying, like we are in dire need of a retro kit.
we really are. Maybe this is our platform to say, hey, retro kit, win. There you guys go.
Por
If you guys want it, do hashtag retro RSL.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Hashtag retro RSL. Okay,
I like
we're
it.
gonna make that a thing. Okay.
I guess so. I don't know. I just made it up on the spot. All right, let's dive into this next weekend. This next weekend is our first home game,
Home opener.
home opener. Guys, this is exciting. I love being home.
You
This
are
is
home right
all,
now. Ha ha.
Marcos, don't make me drive out to Murray and slap you or wherever you live.
I will drive out from where I am and I'll slap you. Guys, we're playing in Seattle. How many times have we played Seattle in a home opener? I didn't ask ChatGPT that, but I think we've played them a handful of times in home openers. You think
It's
three?
not uncommon.
I think it's 3. So
don't-
last year, obviously, we beat them, and so
Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, we've only lost 4 home openers in our whole history. Like our first two seasons, and then the last 2 seasons we've lost. Did we lose 2024?
yes. Yes.
Or am I talking about like? I might be talking game opener, like season opener, not home, not home. Anyways, Saturday's supposed to be really nice weather. By the way, it's gonna be really nice to go out and enjoy. It's gonna be obviously. If we're talking about beginning of March, it's not gonna be like warm, but
It's still warm for this time of year for us.
it's true. Weatherman said that we were actually going to be breaking a record for
Ugh.
the warmest winter in the history of Utah.
Oh, we've already broken that record. That's
Like, but from November to February, it's been the warmest.
yeah.
All right, let's get into this. Let's get into let's talk about what Seattle's going to look at because there's a couple of Seattle news that might be favorable to
Well, I guess
us.
the big one, the elephant in the room, they're gonna be without Jordan Morris, who picked up an injury last game against the Crapids.
Yes, so that one, Jordan Morris apparently is going to be out for a couple of weeks. Quad injury, quad. I think that's what they said.
Correct.
Yeah.
Quad.
So that's excellent because their front four, De Rosario, I mean, he's been there, but with Rusnak and they have their own Jesus.
They do.
That's supposedly on paper pretty dangerous.
But they got Paul Rothrock, who had a goal and an assist last game.
Bro, that dude is like the most annoying person on this planet, only in terms of players, only because it's one that on paper he shouldn't be good. You see him and you're like, who the heck is this guy? Who did he play for? Tacoma?
That's true.
But
And
he's smart and he's cheeky and he can finish.
that's why I don't like playing against cheeky players. I hate cheeky players, except for if they're mine. If they're my player, I love them. I hate cheeky players. And that's what kind of worries me because he just stepped into Jordan Morris's spot. I mean, what was it, the 8th minute that he got replaced?
Mhm.
10th minute, something like that. And home skillet decided to take over the show. Did he get player of the game?
Um,
If not, it was pretty close.
let's check. It was Paul Rothrock with an 8.9.
Oof.
You see, he technically didn't start, and yet he won player of the match, bro.
But they were playing against the Crapids, and the Crapids are not a great team. So I don't know if we should be looking too much into this. Like, yes, a 2-0 victory is great at home, but you're playing the Rapids.
We shouldn't underestimate them though, because I mean, to be fair, the Rapids with the moves that they made in the offseason are now arguably worse than they were last year. But at the same time, Seattle is still a solid team.
I mean, you're looking at if you're looking at the Jesus Rusnak and Rothrock line, all of them. I mean, Jesus had the worst rating according to FODMAP, and he was at a 7.5. Those three right there are absolutely dangerous. And if you're not careful, if they aren't as dangerous, you still have Christian Roldan on the next line. So I mean, oh, come on, bro, he's a U.S. national. Come on, I thought you were a sympathizer. What?
Okay.
What? Did I not? What? Okay.
Sympathizer, please. I'm a fan, but he's still on the opposing team for right now. So
No, but Seattle's backline is what worries me with having Nuhu, Tolo, Jackson Reagan, Gomez, Roldan, that very experienced, very determined backline, which is how is RSL going to get past that? Who we're not going to have Victor, we're not going to have Luna. Where's the goals going to come from?
Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick. Reagan and Tolo are ones that they're solid. They really bring up the defense, and then on the other side you have the other Roldan, who I mean again does a great job on defense. I'm not familiar with Gomez very much. I think he's fairly new to Seattle, but just with those three guys, we're looking at a
He's been around since 2020. Gomez has.
really.
yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, sorry.
I gotta say, for me though, the one I'm interested about is actually Seattle's new starting keeper, Andrew Thomas.
That's not the one that is that the one that had all those penalty saves and like Open Cup or yeah?
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
he's annoying too. Between him and Rothrock, I can't stand either of them. Like, I really hope the supporters groups really give him a hard time because
Oh, please,
please.
just heckle him. Be like,
because he gives it back. That's the part that I mean, it's annoying, but it's fun at the same time. But it's super annoying. I don't know.
be like, hey, Andrew, I bet you don't clean out the lint catcher on your dryer, you bum. Or,
You
know,
bum.
Yep, all of it.
all of it.
But today, Pablo obviously was on ESPN 700, and he said that the starting lineup for Saturday's game against Seattle will be very similar to what we saw against Vancouver, minus one or two changes.
One or two? That's it?
Correct.
I mean, Victor and Luna are still out for probably another week or two.
Correct.
And so that doesn't surprise me. But Marcos, you have good news for us?
Yeah, we will see the likes of Engel will be back, Sanabria will be back, and Stein.
They're all available.
All available. Playing time, who knows? But he did obviously say 1 to 2 changes on the starting lineup. I think Engel needs to start.
I think Engel and Stein are going to start and Sanabria is going to sub in, personally. But then again, Sanabria has been very active in talking to us media, so who knows?
Stein for me is one I would be surprised if he starts because he didn't play at all in preseason, so I don't know if he'd be thrown right into the fire right away.
That's a good point.
So how about this? Let's instead of working from who's available and putting them in, who would you guys take out? Name 2 players that you would take out of the starting lineup from last game.
Take out Sam and start Lucas.
I would take, yeah, I would.
That's only one. Give me another
I,
position.
I would take out Sam and I would take out Luca.
Okay.
And then I would take off Alex Catranes and then start Sanabria.
So I'd be in Marcus's camp. I would take out Sam and
Yeah,
Alex, and I'd put in Angle and put in Sanabria. Only because obviously those two have played preseason. Stein hasn't. I mean,
that's fair. Yeah.
I mean that has to be the obvious point. But
But
um,
I would maybe throw in Stein, what, 55th, 60th minute, so then he
Sure.
can get some playing time.
I think that's might have what might have hurt us in the Vancouver game because we didn't have very many options per se to replace Kaliskin and Moisa right away. I mean, I know Pablo Ruiz went in. I think we're maybe looking at Pablo Ruiz starting instead of Luca. Maybe throwing that out there. Only I think Pablo Ruiz only didn't start because he had just barely recovered and he was back to
Mhm.
practicing again. But I think let's do our go over who we think the starting lineup is. Let's find my. All right, I think we're obviously in agreement. Cabral is back there, unless another February 18th happens. We're just gonna call anything that has a lot of injuries just February 18th.
A day which shall live in infamy.
um, we can all agree Yedlin and Glad, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, Mundo.
So now, Sam or no Sam?
No Sam.
No, Sam.
Angle.
Angle it
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Angle.
All right. The line of four in this 3-4-3 that apparently we're playing. Here we go. Left. Who do we go? I'm going with
Sanabria.
I'm going with
I mean,
Sanabria.
Sanabria, if he's available, I would take him.
I mean, they say he's available, so I would put him. Kaliskin, yes or no?
I would say Kaliskin.
Yeah.
Okay. Luca, yes or no?
Luca.
I would do Ruiz.
I would do a Ruiz. I need some aggressiveness, especially if we're going to go up against Roldan and the likes of Albert. I need someone to knock Albert on his buttocks.
I
Nice.
thought you were going to say something vulgar like Tushy
Oh.
or something.
How dare
I-
you? This is a family friendly show. Gozo in that spot, yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. I'm like, who else do we have? So yeah,
No,
I would say no.
I would put Hazarkani back there if we're going to play someone there.
I would put Dom
Actually-
there.
actually,
Or
I
Dom.
changed. I'm gonna put
Yeah.
Dom, and then I'm gonna throw Gozo up top.
I'm
Yep,
gonna do that.
Agreed.
Um,
I like that better.
I would want Dom back there because we have replacements. We have Tyler Wolf. I don't know why we didn't
That's
use him
true.
last game, but
That's
we
a
have
good point.
we have Tyler Wolf to put back there. If Dom gets tired, replace him because Gozo can go 90. So that means his Arcani, you guys are on board to replace.
He's on my bench. Yep.
I would put Gozo there, and I'm
Mhm.
assuming you guys would too. Now here we go. Peel, yay or nay?
No, I'm gonna start Solans. I think
Mm.
Solans in the middle. Left side is gonna be Booth.
I mean, if by whatever miracle Morgan's available, I would start Morgan. But
Yeah, I mean that's the ideal, but I'm actually split between our Jesus and Solans with Sergey. I would probably go with Sergey only because he played last game. Well, so did Jesus, didn't he?
It's the Battle of the Spaniards.
Mhm.
Yeah. The Spanish War. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with Solans. Now, Booth, yay or nay?
Booth.
Yeah. Booth. Oh man, what a chant through the stadium that would be. Booth.
Plus, he'd be getting a start for his club that he was a fan of growing up. Oh, this is gonna be awesome for Booth to get a start.
What
I
a
don't
dream.
know. I don't know. Only because I haven't seen him like too impressive, but I'll go with it only because the only other options I have again are
Wolf.
Wolf or Berea, or unless we change our lineup or change our formation. This is I'm not saying that we're gonna be, we might be kind of lacking, but
Yeah.
apparently to Pablo, it's not gonna be for too long.
No. He said by about the fifth game of the season, everybody, then RSL will possibly be fully healthy. So knock on some wood. Knock on some wood.
The fifth game?
So who do we have on the fifth game?
One,
Let,
two,
us
three,
see.
four. San Diego.
So by March 22nd, he said, then we'll possibly have a full squad. Oh, that makes me nervy.
Bro.
That makes me nervy, especially going into Saturday's game against Seattle. Like I said before, where are we going to find goals? If we couldn't get one against, obviously we're on the road against Vancouver, but this is a tough Seattle squad
No,
we're going
no, it,
against.
it wasn't because of lack of opportunities though. Like you had mentioned, the opportunities were there. It's just executing them. Um, let's just hope for some execution. To be
Mhm.
quite honest. All right. How about this? Let's cut to the chase. Let's do
Optimism.
it. Let's
Optimism.
let's do it right
Op-
now.
Optimism.
Drum roll, please. It's prediction
Prediction
time.
time. We'll get it
Echo,
someday.
echo, 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 echo. All right. I can't remember who did it last time, so let's do Marcos first.
Home opener. Home opener. We're feeling good. We're feeling good. We're gonna get the dub. It's gonna be a scrappy one. Give me a 1-0 victory for RSL.
Oh man, you are really optimistic. I'm pretty sure Christian can top that. Christian.
I'm actually going to stay a little more conservative. I think because we're still missing some crucial attack pieces. We have an attack that still really hasn't proven itself yet. I mean, we're one game into the season, but still, we have a new attack that needs to prove itself. So I'm going to stay a little more conservative. That's my lineup. I will go 1-1 draw.
Oh.
All right. I mean, 1-1 draw. I mean, that's fine.
Okay.
Fine. I'm gonna go back to being pessimistic. Guys, this is gonna be a difficult one, and against a good Seattle team. Even though they don't have Jordan Morris, they still have out of nowhere Paul Roth, whatever his name is, Rockwall,
Rothrock.
Yeah, guys, this is gonna be a 2-1 loss for RSL. We will get the goal though. I don't know if we're gonna score first though, but it's a 2-1 loss for me.
Man, so many negative vibes in this room. Jeez.
Just Allen. I'm not negative. I'm neutral.
I occupied this much space.
My goodness. If anything, we're balanced.
We do have one of each column, so excellent. All right, let's try to turn this around. How about some Instagram questions?
Absolutely. Here we go. First question of the night. What is on your RSL bucket list?
Another MLS Cup, and I need to go to an away game.
Christian does need to go to an away game.
Maybe we can do one this year.
We might make that happen.
Are you going to invite me this time, or?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, technically, you weren't on the podcast last time we went.
Yes, I was.
When did we go last?
When you went to California.
But that was a River Plate game, not an RSL one.
That too. Oh, the Miami game? No, I was part of the podcast at that point. I just joined the.
No,
you sure?
joined May of that year.
Buddy, you win that
for
one.
me, besides MLS Cup, I want to win. Let's go Leagues Cup. Leagues Cup, and then qualify for CONCACAF Champions Cup.
If we're just going straight off of like it's a bucket list, I want to go to a championship game, an RSL championship game.
It's good.
That's all I want to do. I don't care what championship it is.
I would rather us host it. I mean, look at the stadium behind me, and Marcos,
beautiful.
and you.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful stadium.
Though not gonna lie, I'd rather go to a really big stadium. But to your point, I don't think we'd fill up that many. I mean, BYU and Utah fans travel better than RSL fans. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
But also BYU fans are everywhere. Utah fans tend to travel really well anyways. So I'll leave that up for all of you to decide if you guys want to travel this year.
Next question. Which young guy impressed you the most?
I'm going to say Luca.
Yeah, Luca.
If we're going to talk
Agreed.
about from last weekend, obviously.
Yeah, obviously from last weekend, I'm going to agree. Luca did show up and he had a great performance.
Period.
Next question.
Period.
Should Justin Glad ever have been called up to the U.S. men's national team in the last decade?
Well, seeing as he's only played for a decade.
I say yes in his younger years. I think there was a missed opportunity to develop him at that level because he is a good defender. And
He played U20, if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken. Um,
Correct.
but I think by year 3 or 4 in the MLS, I think he had already lost his rankability, his prestige in the U.S. youth system. And I think, call me whatever you want. I think that was RSL's fault. From owner on down, because that was still during what's his bucket's reign. What was the owner?
Cassars.
No,
Oh, Deloy Hansen. Yeah,
Deloy
we can
Hansen.
we
No,
can trash talk on
I think
him.
if I
But
think if definitely if Glad would have gotten more call ups with the national team, then maybe who knows, he could have been like a possible Zimmerman or
But here's the
oh,
thing: RSL needed to be good.
better.
RSL was not good. They were
Mhm.
mid-table, lower during that time. It was post Petke, and during that time, we were just lost
Ugh.
as a team. And so trying to say that,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, trying to say that Glad was uh up to U.S. national level. I don't think so.
there we go. Next question. What do you think of the Royals' new kit?
We said it.
It's clean. It's clean.
It's clean.
Go listen back to minute 30 through 34. Just kidding.
There we go. Next question. Is the visa issue
Procurement,
in procurement an issue, an RSL admin problem, or a league-wide problem?
league wide.
I'd say it's league wide. However, the league gives higher priority to their favorite clubs.
Mm. And also,
Like
I
obviously,
think it depends on the countries too that are
That too.
involved.
yeah, because we're seeing a lot of backup with Uruguay right now and Colombia that took a
That's
lot
true.
longer.
Well, I mean, if not to get political, but if you saw the list of visa bans for Trump that he came out with, Uruguay was
That's
on that
true.
list. So that's just a heads up. So there are some government issues that are being had there. So you have to take that into consideration. It sucks, but from the sounds of it, I think we should be pretty good to go. Almost.
No, our RSL has a good support of people that are behind all this in terms of the visa stuff. So I think they're doing just fine.
Yeah.
Next question. Results of first game, a signal of optimism or despair?
If you're
Optimism.
if you're despairing at this point, I
You need to go find a different club.
I would, yeah, I would just say maybe just give up on sports for a bit, and then when you're ready to come back, there's nothing to despair. Everything's fine.
Oh, it
We're
was
all good.
very optimistic. Like the academy, everything, it's in good hands for RSL.
Again, going back to our conversation before, if you're wanting championship, yeah, you should probably be a little bit worried because if that's going to be our starting lineup for the rest of the season, I would be worried. But in terms of development, great. It could have been more spot
Mhm.
on.
It's fantastic. Fantastic. Next question. Will you guys have more watch parties throughout the season?
If we can,
If the opportunity happens, maybe. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I'm down for all watch parties. In fact, I would be even down to put up a screen in a park and just call it a watch party. I mean,
Mm.
I'm down for
Watch party at Alan's house.
I was gonna say everyone cram into Alan's townhouse. We'll all be sitting on top of each other.
this. I mean, we did that for World Cup.
We
That was
did. We did.
that was nuts. Margot's came to a couple of those. That was nuts. But
So stay
anyways,
tuned. Maybe we'll do that at Alan's house next.
sure.
Next question. Last question of the night for you guys. Am I the only one that liked the red shorts on the away kits? Also, why do the refs hate us already? Oh my gosh.
We're not answering the second half. I didn't really like the red shorts, but could see why it was necessary.
See,
Yeah, could,
I was all about it. I like the difference because we're so used to seeing same colors, white on white, or
we haven't seen white on white since like for
no,
years, bro.
no. Last year we had white on white.
Did we
Was
have
it?
white? No, it was the
Oh,
grid
blue.
plus
Or was it
blue.
blue?
And blue. It was blue.
It was different. It was different. That's what I
I
liked
can't
about it.
remember when we. I mean, the only image that comes up with white on white is like 2005, 6, 7, like back then. In fact, it was weird back then to see white, blue, white.
Hmm.
I was so used to white, white, white. In fact, the one player I can picture in my head doing white, 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 Can you guys think of it? Think of him?
White, white, white.
Like I could see him like always wearing white, white, white. Andy Williams,
Oh, okay.
long sleeve white, and he was
See,
just like all
I
white
was just-
jersey.
I was thinking Plata, but
Okay, that's a little bit newer. All right, I can see that. That I remember. But yeah, I would prefer white, white, white.
yeah, it was different. It was different. But thank you for the questions this evening. Awesome as always.
That was great, guys. New season at the Riot. This is gonna be great. Both of you guys are gonna be at the stadium. The game is at
Christian,
5:30.
I know. So weird. So weird. 5:30
what?
kickoff.
It's at
5:30.
5:30. Oh
Ooh.
no! Christian's
Oh,
like,
man.
crap. Uh-oh. Christian.
I'll be there. Just I
A little later.
have a very no, I have a very tight timeline on Saturday.
Christian will be there.
I will be there.
We'll take this offline.
No, I'll be there.
Yeah, okay. It sounds
Don't
good.
worry.
I won't be.
Alan won't be there. He's got other plans, but Christian and I will be there. So don't worry. We will be at the tailgate. We'll be seeing you guys. We'll be having a good time. And RSL's back. RSL's back at home.
Woo. There are a couple of things that the supporter groups are doing. I think there's a homebrew
There is a
going
homebrew.
on. There's a homebrew. I think this starts at 1:30, or something like that, and they're doing taste competition at like 3:30. I don't know. I forgot I didn't look at the announcement very well. But
So if you want to be a part of the homebrew, show up at the 90th South tailgate. Obviously you need ID and have a good time. Have a good time with all the different supporters groups there.
seriously. Anyways, guys, excited. This is going to be a great season. Be optimistic. Here's my microphone. Be microphone. Be optimistic.
Beat microphone.
Beat microphone.
Hey.
What?
And be there Saturday. Be there. Be square.
Be
And
there.
It's
show,
gonna be a
up
great time.
and show up early and be loud.
It's
Because
5:30. It's great.
it's 5:30. The team needs you guys' support. We need you there. So show up.
Okay. And for the rest of you, go ahead and watch it on Apple TV. If you don't have Apple TV, well, I'm sorry. All
Show
right.
up at Alan's house.
Show my Marcos, get us out of here.
If you're not already, head over to TikTok, head over to Instagram, head over to X, and follow us at the RSL Bros. If you're not already, catch us on wherever you catch your podcasts on Apple and Spotify, and watch us on YouTube.
You're almost starting to get a weird voice into that. So
Yeah, that was weird.
Christian he wanted to say it. Anyways, guys, hasta luego.
Until Saturday, guys, take care.
Ciao, ciao.